do something about helping them? And why is it emphasized so much in Islam to give charity and look after orphans and the poor? Now, today's question of the day is, what is the meaning of Laylatul Qadr? So there are three options. Is it A, the night of mercy? Is it B, the night of power? Or is it C, the night of fasting? Now give us your answers by ringing into the program, and one of you lucky winners will receive a special prize. Please make sure when you do call in, the volume on your TV is turned off so we can hear you clearly and you can hear us. And also, as I mentioned, just if your call doesn't make it through to the show here live, as long as the control room takes your answer and your answer is correct, you'll still be entered into the competition. So good luck. Now today with us here we have Brother Mehdi Ali, and he's going to be reciting a short passage of the Holy Quran for us, so let's have a listen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا حضر القسمة أولو القربى واليتامى والمساكين فارزقوهم منه وقولوا لهم قولا معروف صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Thank you very much, Brother. And do you have the translation for us?
If the relatives who are not his and the orphans and the needy are present at the time of distribution, give them some of it and speak to them in fair words.
Thank you very much, Brother. Now that ayah of the Holy Quran is really relevant to our topic today as well. We have a caller on the line. Salaam alaikum. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And how old are you, brother?
8.
You're 8. And what have you been doing today?
I've been praying Quran.
You've been praying Quran, that's really good. And are you looking forward to Eid? It's coming up really soon.
Yes.
You know what you're going to be doing for Eid?
Not really.
Not really. Something exciting, I'm sure. And do you have the answered question of the day?
Yes.
What do you think it is?
A, night of mercy.
Okay, thank you very much for calling, brother. And please keep watching. We'll announce the winner at the end of the show. Gracias. So now, when we're talking about a person in need, a need is when someone wants something and when someone wants something that they don't have. So something that a basic necessity of life is food and water. So those are two things that everyone in the world should have. Now, brother, what else does the Quran say about helping the orphans and the needy?
One of the main themes of the Quran is giving charity. In fact, it is an obligation and command on the Muslims to do so. The Quran repeatedly commands the Muslims to give zakat, which you can essentially call a charity tax, in which Muslims give a portion of their income to the poor.
Yeah, and what do you learn from this mentioning of zakat and from charity in the Holy Quran?
From this we learn that Allah tells a Muslim to give a charity tax zakat from part of their income, so our earnings become clean. Allah also said that one should not give charity for the purpose of being praised, but should rather do it to get sawab and love for the poor and needy people.
And Allah also tells us that we should give both in secret and in open. So we should give charity, because it shows two things. By giving it in secret, you're showing that your intention is pure and you're not doing it to get praise off someone else. You're doing it purely to help someone else and for Allah's praise. And you should give it openly, so if someone sees you giving charity, they too might give charity. And also it will make society better because it will encourage other people to follow your footsteps and give charity. And also, brother, what do Ahlulbait say about helping the orphans and the needy?
There was a hadith that Prophet Muhammad said, I do not ask you for any reward of this, but love for my new kids, and whoever earns good, we give him more of good there is.
And what do you learn from this hadith?
You learn that anyone who gives charity and does good will get the highest rewards in the hereafter. We also learn from this hadith that we shouldn't be afraid to give help to others and think that we are going to lose out because us to help others. Allah will help them and make sure they are not in need. For example, somebody shouldn't be afraid to give money to help someone because they think they will become poor. Instead, they should put faith in Allah and know that He will sustain them.
Exactly. We shouldn't be afraid to give charity in the thought that maybe we'll lose out, because Allah says He's the sustainer. As long as we give, He'll give us in multiple times. And we have another caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. What's your name?
Michelle.
And how old are you?
7.
You're 7. And have you been enjoying your holiday so far?
Yes.
Do you want to go back to school, or do you want the holidays to stay for longer?
No. Holidays to stay for longer.
What school year are you going to start next year?
Year 4.
Year 4. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah? And do you have the answer to question of the day?
Yes.
What do you think it is?
B.
Thank you very much for calling, and keep watching. We'll announce the winner at the end of the show. Khudafis. Khudafis. So now, Allah has given us the wealth He's given us as a test. So we have to make sure we're spending it in the right way. Because with more wealth comes more responsibility. So sometimes if we look at it, it's best not to have that much wealth, because you are accountable for each and every single penny on the Day of Judgment. And Allah will ask us on the Day of Judgment, what did you do with the wealth I gave you? Did you spend it on yourself, or did you share it amongst the rest of my creation? And we all know what our answer needs to be. Our answer needs to be that we spent it in the way of Allah, to spread the message of Islam, to help out the poor and needy, to help out family and friends. So we need to make sure that that's what we're doing with the money. And also, brother, why do you think each of us have the responsibility ourselves of helping the orphans and the needy?
I think each of us have the responsibility to help the orphans and the needy, because they're just like us, and we have the right to look after them. Because they're like our brothers and sisters, and we can't let our brothers and sisters in hardship. Also because Allah has put us in this world as a test. He has given us all different situations to deal with. So if Alhamdulillah, Allah has granted us with lots of wealth and we are accountable for how we spend it, and by helping the orphan and needy, we are following the sunnah of the Holy Prophet and his progeny.
You definitely are. And the Holy Prophet and all of the Ahlulbait put a lot of emphasis on giving charity. As we know, Imam Ali alayhi salam used to go out in the middle of the night with a sack on his back to give charity, and he wouldn't tell anyone that it was him. He wouldn't tell anyone, so much so that when he passed away, there was an old man who spoke to Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein alayhi salam and said that this man who used to come and feed me every night had gone, and they told him that it was Imam Ali alayhi salam, and he was completely shocked. So it goes to show that we have to make sure when we do give charity and help out people, we're not doing it for praise from people. And we have another caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Sajjad, and I'm calling from London.
And how old are you, brother?
11.
You're 11. Are you fasting today?
Yes.
Yeah, how's your fast going?
Very, very good. It's quite hard.
Is it quite hot? Is it quite hot today, or is the weather better?
It's quite hot.
It's quite hot, isn't it? Do you know what you're going to be having for iftar?
No.
No? Are you excited for iftar?
Yes.
Yeah? And do you have the answer to question of the day?
Yes.
What do you think it is?
B. Might of power.
Thank you very much for calling, brother, and please keep watching. We'll announce the winner at the end of the show. Khudafis.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And brother, in what ways can we help the poor and the needy?
You can help by donating to food banks, giving charity, buy food for them, look for them and then give them money, sadaqah and cups. It's not just about money either. We can simply spend time with those less fortunate and make sure they're happy and make them laugh. Sometimes time can be more valuable than money because it means more. There are many schemes organized which we can get involved in. We can do cake sales to raise money and also sponsored events.
There's so much there that you've mentioned that we can all take part in. Have you done any of these before?
I've done a cake sale.
And how did that make you feel?
It made me
Yeah, because you knew you were helping someone else. And was that at school that you did your cake sale? Yeah? And we have a caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Fulani.
And how old are you, brother? Did you just call back?
Yes.
Yes? Do you have the answer for us?
Yes, B.
Okay, thank you very much for calling.
Might of power.
Thank you very much for calling, brother. And please keep watching. We'll announce the winner at the end of the show. Khudafis. So the cake sale, that must have been good. I'm sure we've all taken part in cake sales, and it's definitely a fun way to raise money because it's fun making cakes. Did you make the cake? Yeah, was that fun as well? Yeah, see, and you also know that you're helping out the needy. Now, in the Holy Quran, Allah promises that if you don't donate money or you donate time and you feel like you've lost out, you haven't lost out. Because He says in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 261, the parable of those who spend their property in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is as the parable of a grain growing 7 ears with 100 grain in every ear. And Allah multiplies for whom He pleases, and Allah is ample, giving, and all-knowing. So this goes to show us that when we give, we shouldn't, as brother mentioned before, we shouldn't feel like we've lost out, because Allah will return to us what we've given in multiple times. So we should remember that we should put all of our faith in Allah and know that He's there for us. And now, brother, why is it even more important in the holy month of Ramadan to help the poor and the needy?
It is even more important in Ramadan, as they will be fasting, probably will have nothing to break the fast with. It's not right if we eat proper food and the poor and needy stay hungry. Also, because in Ramadan we feel the hunger that the poor feel, so we are more considerate towards them. We realize that we realize that we are lucky to have food when we break our fast, but some people don't even have that.
That is a really true but sad thought, that some people, right now, we might be feeling a little bit hungry because you're fasting, but we know at the end of the day, when Maghrib time comes, we'll pray and then there'll be food on the table for us to eat. There are people around the world that they don't know whether at iftar they'll have something to break their fast with, let alone a proper meal to eat. So it teaches us to be more considerate, and definitely through fasting, I'm sure, especially the fast being quite long and the weather being quite hot this year, we've all come to realize how difficult it must be for the poor and needy. So that should motivate us to want to help them more. Now, Allah spoke to Prophet Musa alayhi salam in Hadith al-Qudsi, and He said to him, "O Musa, when you deal well with my creation, my people, I am so pleased. It is as if you have dealt with me." Now this goes to show that by fulfilling the obligation of helping, it is an obligation firstly to help Allah's creation, but secondly by fulfilling this obligation, we are pleasing Allah. And we have another caller on the line. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Mariam Sabir and I'm calling from Leicester.
And how old are